Netflix animated film Over the Moon is set to release on Friday. And did you know that it has an all-Asian cast? Well, I spoke to two of them. Tony-nominated actress and singer Phillipa Soo talked about her role as goddess Chang'e, and Chinese-Filipina actress Cathy Ang plays the lead role Fei-fei. Cathy talked to us about her lineage. Watch this.
They both grew up in the Philippines, actually. So my dad grew up in Onpin, and then my mom is from Nueva Vizcaya, her family, and she's from this small town called Bagabag. And I've gotten to visit a couple of times, probably like 5 times in my life, but okay. I wish it was so much more. Yeah, but I'm so lucky. We have a lot of family that's still in the Philippines, and so when we go visit, I get to be with them, and sometimes they come to America. But really, I mean, it's my parents did a really good job of making sure to share their Filipino culture with us here. They wanted to make sure that we would have some traditions to celebrate. And of course, they're just Filipino, so they just brought it with themselves. And I'm really thankful for that, yeah. And they made me a very proud Filipino-American Chinese-Filipino.
Well, you know, here in the Philippines, we are proud to have you. And of course, it's an all-Asian cast. Phillipa, do tell me, you grew up knowing a lot about Chang'e. And how does it feel to finally get to play her?
I was so excited. You know, I think there's a lot to live up to in terms of playing a goddess who is famous.
I think you are in every way a goddess that's famous as well.
So sweet. Thank you so much. But I was really just so taken by this story because, you know, we know Chang'e up until she gets to the moon. But then we don't really know what happens when she's there and while she's waiting, and you know, what kind of outfits does she come up with? And and I think what's so special about this particular film is that we not only get to see what happens after, but what gets to happen on this very particular day when Fei-fei builds a rocket to the moon to come meet Chang'e. And Chang'e's world is turned completely upside down. And there's more of a journey that she goes on in this brief amount of time when Fei-fei has come to her than I think all of the millennia that she's been waiting for Hou-yi. And it's quite special to see their relationship and to see them connect.
So wonderful. I mean, you also had your share of singing on the moon. What was that like? Did you have a favorite song?
My favorite song is definitely Cathy's song, Rocket to the Moon.
Rocket to the Moon. Cathy, how did she do that? I mean, to come on, you know, not really being part of the movie yet, and all of a sudden nailing the movie just by singing. Cathy, how did you do it?
I still don't know. I mean, I came in, it was a very nerve-wracking day. Phillipa and I came in to do the scratch record together.
Oh,
so we were recording the whole movie for the storyboard that day, in one day. And I was supposed to sing my song last, and my anxiety was so high and I was very sweaty when I went into the studio to sing. But there's something special about music and the way that you can use music to connect to a character, for me at least, and I think you see it in every song in this movie that it's a huge part of the storytelling. So that's when I got to really know Fei-fei, is actually when I was singing that song.
Did you guys voice over during the pandemic, both of you and Phillipa Soo, or did you voice over?
I finished my last day working on the film was in my closet in my house. Huh? So yes, we did work during the pandemic. I know that animators were certainly working during the pandemic as well. And it was a great moment because, you know, it made me realize, like, you can kind of act anywhere.
Exactly. So do you see this as a trend for the future? I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, both of you are both Broadway stars. Where do you see this going?
I mean, I think people will create art no matter what. And I think what we're learning is there's different ways to adapt. I mean, I during this time, I've gotten the privilege to join a socially distanced theater company that's making immersive but socially distanced theater. And so, I mean, there's a desire for art. People during this time are to escape to relate to find connection to people. And so no matter what, there's always a demand for storytelling. And so I think as artists, we love to serve that demand. And so we're going to find ways to keep creating. And animation's really amazing because, again, you can do it from your closet. And at the same
there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, Phillipa said it well. For last question for Phillipa before we do have to wrap up here. My question would be, what was this whole Over the Moon? What did it mean to you?
It was so meaningful to be
all Asian cast. I mean,
yeah, so meaningful to be a part of an all Asian cast, to play a specifically written Chinese character. I feel so proud, and I was just celebrating the entire time, and I think that celebratory feeling comes through when you see this piece. I think everyone involved, creators, actors, animators, just wanted to do this story justice and with care and with love, and I think that you see that.
Okay, well, wonderful. Thank you so much. You guys stay safe. Wonderful meeting both of you. Thanks, Cathy, Phillipa.
Thank you.